Hey, comic book community, Long Box Love Affair here. I'm on the road again. It's a weekend Comic-Con local shindig that they have here in the DC area. This is the second one. Last weekend was a different group. This is, and that was in Virginia, Northern Virginia. This one is in just suburban Maryland outside of DC. So I'm really only here because I made a connection at the last con to make a trade / purchase. And that purchase, hopefully, if all goes well, is for an upgrade to my ASM. Now, ASM 129, first appearance of Punisher. This is probably the last book that disappoints me in my collection. Obviously, I have it, but someone hole punched it. And so let me open this up. It's in really great condition, which really bums me out, except for the hole punch. Who the hell did that? So it's really flat, really great, decent shape. The hole punch does not affect the story, as you can see. I've already made contact with one dealer who has a couple of CGC copies, so you know what the grade is, you know that it's quality. There's another dealer that I've chatted with, but I feel I should stick with the first one and give him the first shot and see what he has. He's willing to give me some credit for the book, which I think is really generous. It's probably more than I expected on eBay, because on eBay you have all the fees and everything like that. So hoping to make a deal today. I got some cash in my pocket, and we'll see what I find. If I buy that book, depending on the grade, I might be tapped out. If not, I'll be looking at some other books. So we'll see. But I just wanted to show this book off because it is sort of the blight on my collection, and I want to correct that today. So we'll see. All right, thanks. All right, everybody, I'm back. Actually, this is a day later. I didn't get a chance to do a video of the result of the con yesterday, so here it is. So as I said, I went to the con hoping to trade up my Amazing Spider-Man 129, the first appearance of Punisher, the hole punched nefarious copy I had for many years. I probably had that copy for about 15 years and just have never upgraded it. I think it was purchased probably for about $150, which at the time I thought was a ripoff. I didn't buy it. It was a gift, like I said. It's not me. It was a friend. So this dealer that I had originally talked to at the last con had 4 or 5 copies of this book, and I had talked with him about it at the last con, and he said, well, just email me and let me know what you want. He had 2 8.5s, he had a 4, and he had a 6.5, and then he had a raw copy. So I guess, yeah, 5 copies he had. And then there's another dealer who I've talked with on and off, and he had a copy as well. So there was no shortage of Amazing Spider-Man 129s at this convention. I did walk away with one. I got a really great deal. He gave me pretty much fair market value for my copy, which was about a fair copy with the hole punch, and took it off the price tag of a 6.5. So this is actually, I looked at all his copies. I looked at the money in my bank account after buying my ASM 1, which I didn't have a whole lot to play with. And so to have an opportunity to take a decent chunk of money off, which is about a third of this price, was really a good opportunity. So to pay a third or pay 2/3 of the price for the value of this book was worth it to me. So 6.5. This cover presents much better than his 8.5s, and I'll tell you why. So the spine, it's hard because of the Mylar, but the spine is pretty clean. The defects on this book are up here. There's a little bit of chunks at the top of this book taken out, and then on the back there's some chipping or cutaways on that back cover. That's why this book got dinged. Otherwise, this would probably be an 8.5 or 9, because I see one spine tick. So it presents really well for a 6.5. And the guy said if I ever want to upgrade again, bring it back and he'll make it so. I also bought my X-Men #1 from him back in the day when I got Jim Lee to sign it. So he had a 2.5. I cracked it, got Jim Lee to sign it. It came back graded a 2.5, so that was good. I was afraid it would be downgraded. You never know when you crack a book. I'm always a little cautious with that. So this worked out really well. I feel really happy with my ASM collection. We've got a full collection, full run, 1 through 800. And now I'm happy with this book, which is only a book that's going to be continue to be in demand, especially one as clean as this. So also at the con, I just picked up some random issues. I was very unfocused, other than the Spider-Man. Picked up some $2 issues, a newsstand edition of Silver Surfer 50. So I picked up one of those. Picked up a newsstand 100 New Mutants that has very minor wear for $2 as well. Also for $2, Spider-Man 2099 #1. And I picked up Infinity War #1 for $2. It is a newsstand. So always pick this up if I find it on the cheap. Also for $6 total, I got these 2 books. And the one was the Symbiote Spider-Man Alien Reality #1, one of the variant covers. They had a couple other ones, but they weren't in as good condition. I love this Eric Larson inspired Aaron Cooter cover of Spidey with that metal cyborg arm. So that's cool to have. And then there's this book, which was causing a lot of steam, New Mutants 5. This is the Dark Phoenix Saga variant. They had a couple of those, so I picked it up rather than buy it on eBay. It was listed at $4. This one was listed at $5. They had a 25% off sale. I got it for $6 total for both, so I couldn't complain about that. And then, not at the con, but this guy was selling 3 boxes of comics for $1 each, and I picked up 2 of them, and this is a separate seller. This book isn't what I thought it was, but it's the manga Spider-Man #1. It's not the Legend of the Spider Clan one that I was hoping it was. I got those 2 confused, but for $1, whatever. And then for some reason I've been on a Moondragon kick. And the Solo Avengers 20 with Moondragon on the cover. Is this the first appearance of her costume? I don't know. I'm going to look into this. But just figured I'd pick this up for $1 and not make a complete waste of a trip. The guy had Infinity Gauntlet 1 through 6 for $60. I could have got them all. I decided not to. I saved my money. I was going to buy the Punisher because I bought these before the Punisher. Yeah. So that's my haul. I wanted to get it out as soon as I could, but pretty pleased with this book. Exciting. So thank you all for watching. I'm sure you all gasped at the hole punched copy there. It wasn't what I wanted in my collection, so I'm glad that it's moved on. It's going to be a great reader copy for someone. He'll sell it, I'm sure. He didn't seem too worried about it in the least. So glad everyone was happy. Good guy there, and great convention. A lot of great stuff. I just wish I had the stamina. I just got really warm, and I spent all my money. So that's it for conventions for a while. I don't think there's another one for another month or so here in DC. And when I say convention, I just mean like a hotel conference room that they open up for dealers. So that's what happens here on a pretty regular basis, and so it's a good way to get books. Although what I find is you see a lot of the same dealers, so unless they're actively getting new inventory, it's a lot of the same stuff. So for someone like me who's not trying to amass a whole lot of collection, it's a little difficult. Not sure what happened there, but we'll go back and edit that out. So a shameless plug for my eBay page. I'm selling a lot of keys, minor, major, slabs, a lot of raw books, books that I'm trying to make room in my collection for. And that's one way that I've been able to take on some of these bigger silver and bronze age books is passing on some savings and some deals to the eBay and Instagram and YouTube community. And so anyone who's bought from me in the past, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much, and hope to keep that coming. Posting auctions every Sunday if I have the listings available. So if you see something you like, let me know, or just bid away. I have a lot of decent starting bids right now, trying to make some room. So check those out. And yeah, thanks everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. We're almost at 2,100 subscribers, so that's awesome for me. I really enjoy that. That number has gone up in the past year and a half. It's fun to see that rise. So thanks for being along for the ride, and I'll talk to y'all later. All right, bye.